I tell people I don't have TV, and they say, you don't have a television. I do have a television, I just don't have any channels.
I saw that her faith never wavered, and it made my faith grow stronger.
Well, I tell them a little bit about my story and how I was a developmental student. When I came into the community college scene, I went to Mountain View.
I would say one of the biggest things that they need to do is they need to take responsibility for what their part in the process is.
I think a little birdie told me something that that your students may not know about you.
What's that?
And that you don't have a television.
Oh, no, I don't. That
don't?
little birdie was correct.
You don't have a television?
Well, I tell people I don't have TV, and they say, you don't have a television. I do have a television, I just don't have any channels.
Oh, okay, I like that.
So we have an actual physical television, it just never has TV on it. So we watch movies on it, and people don't know what in the world I would do in my free time if I don't have television. Well, there's plenty of things. You get creative.
So do you have a microwave and a radio?
Yes and yes. Yes and yes. One that runs on batteries, actually.
Okay.
Radio.
What, the radio?
Yes.
Okay.
Not the microwave.
Okay, well, I was wondering. I don't know.
A couple of years ago, my younger sister had a very serious illness, and she had to decide some things, and she had to decide them very quickly. And all I could tell her was, it's your decision, I'll help you pray through it. My sister's faith never wavered. She made her decision, she prayed about it, she continued to pray, and she went on. She even went to my minister, Dr. Price, and he talked to her about it. I saw that her faith never wavered, and it made my faith grow stronger. The first thing I do every morning when I get up is, as soon as I open my eyes, I get out beside the bed and I say my prayers. The last thing I do before I go to sleep is I get down beside the bed and I say my prayers. During the day, I will say my prayers, and I pray for everybody because I love everybody, but it's kind of hard for me to like everybody. So I pray that God opens up my heart to them, because I think that everybody is approachable. I pray that my students will learn. I pray that they will go out and be successful in whatever they deem that they want to do.
Well, I tell them that in my class, I want them to make mistakes, because I would rather them make mistakes with me, so then they understand what is needed for them outside of my classroom. And I'll say it over and over again. Okay, make that mistake here. Don't make it out there. You know, don't assume stuff. If you want to ask a question, ask it in here. Don't be afraid. This is where you need to ask questions. So it's almost like a prep course for college. So they break down those barriers and they're able to be successful later. And you're going to hear me say that a lot. Successful, successful, successful.
Absolutely.
I would say one of the biggest things that they need to do is they need to take responsibility for what their part in the process is. And the other part of that is also to not be afraid to make those relationships with your instructors. I really try to encourage the students that are in my class that if they're having a problem, or if they're feeling like they're not being as successful as they can be, to come talk to me before they make a rash judgment to drop the class, or to not show up, or not do an assignment. So I think they need to take kind of the bull by the horns and do what they need to do, and don't isolate themselves. If they're feeling like they're waffling a little bit, reach out, because most of us are going to kind of give that hand and ask them to come and talk to us about it and see how we can get them put on the right path.